What would you do with $1 million? Buy a mansion on a hillside? A vintage Rolls Royce? A beachfront condo in Malibu? How about a horse? Not just any horse. Imagine a creature so majestic, so graceful, that when it walks, it doesn't seem to touch the ground. Its mane flows like silk in the wind. Its coat gleams like molten gold or midnight velvet. And its lineage, older than some empires. Today, we're diving into the realm of equine elegance, where beauty meets bloodline, and price tags reflect not just rarity, but royalty. These are the 10 most expensive horse breeds you can actually own. Horses that don't just turn heads, they stop time. Which one moves like a dancer and costs more than your house? Which one's sweats shimmer under the sun? And which one has powered kings and warriors across deserts in history? Stick around, because at the end, you'll meet a breed so rare, it's said to carry the fire of the gods in its veins. Let's explore with Animal Prime. Let's begin. Arabian, the timeless jewel of the desert. It begins in the heat of the Middle Eastern sands, beneath a sun that never sleeps, where the wind carves dunes like waves on an endless sea, runs the Arabian horse, a creature shaped by survival, honored by sultans and treasured across centuries. With its arched neck, dished face, and high-tail carriage, the Arabian is instantly recognizable. This breed isn't just beautiful, it's iconic. Its silhouette has graced everything from ancient mosaics to luxury car emblems. But behind that grace is grit. Arabians were bred by Bedouins to travel vast distances across harsh terrain with minimal water, maximum stamina, and unwavering loyalty. Standing between 14.1 and 15.1 hands, Arabians are not towering giants, but their heart is legendary. Scientifically, they have fewer lumbar vertebrae and ribs than other horses, giving them unique flexibility and a compact power ideal for endurance. Prices for purebred Arabians can start around $25,000 and $50,000, but some elite lineages, especially those from Polish or Egyptian bloodlines, have fetched well over $1 million. In 2015, a prize stallion named Marwan al-Shaqab was reportedly valued at $20 million. But it's not just about money. The Arabian carries over 4,500 years of human history in its blood. From war horses of the Prophet to royal stables of Europe, it has built kingdoms, crossed deserts, and outlasted dynasties. And when it gallops, mane like flowing ink under moonlight, you don't see an animal. You see a memory of something eternal. Akhal-Teke, the golden flame. If the Arabian is a jewel, the Akhal-Teke is a flame come to life. Known as the golden horse of Turkmenistan, this breed doesn't shimmer, it glows. Its coat, often metallic gold or silver dun, reflects sunlight in a way that's almost otherworldly. Scientists attribute this to the structure of its hair shaft, which bends and scatters light like polished metal. At a glance, the Akhal-Teke looks slender, delicate even. But make no mistake, this is a horse built for survival and speed. Originating from one of the harshest desert regions in Central Asia, Akhal-Tekes evolved to travel long distances across arid lands without faltering. They stand around 15 to 16 hands with long, narrow bodies, thin skin, and piercing, almond-shaped eyes, often described as having a human-like intensity. Akhal-Tekes are extremely rare, with only about 6,000 individuals registered worldwide. Because of their scarcity and striking appearance, top individuals have been sold for up to $3 million. With national treasures never leaving Turkmenistan's borders. But beyond beauty and price, there's myth. Turkmen folklore claims these horses were born of fire, that their sweat glistens like blood under the sun, and when they run, they don't gallop, they vanish. Few animals have inspired as much awe, mystery, and obsession as the Akhal-Teke. To own one isn't just a financial commitment, it's to possess a living ember from the heart of the desert. Friesian, the black pearl of Europe. Now we leave the sands behind and ride into legend. Emerging from the misty lowlands of the Netherlands, the Friesian horse feels like something conjured from fantasy. With its coal-black coat, luxurious mane and tail, and high-stepping trot, the Friesian doesn't move, it performs. Originally bred for war, strong enough to carry armored knights into battle, the modern Friesian has become a symbol of elegance and theatricality. Its gait is so graceful, it looks choreographed. Its temperament, gentle, willing, yet proud. Standing around 15.3 to 17 hands, Friesians are muscular yet fluid. Their Baroque frame, arched neck, and long feathered legs have made them a favorite in films, dressage arenas, and royal processions. You've likely seen them without realizing, pulling carriages in historical dramas or leading parades under velvet harnesses. Prices for purebred, registered Friesians typically start at $25,000, $40,000. But top-tier stallions trained in high dressage or from prestigious European bloodlines can reach $100,000, $250,000, even higher when combined with show records. But price aside, the Friesian represents a timeless nobility. In a world rushing toward modernity, it holds stillness, a moving statue of power and grace. They say when a Friesian gallops across a foggy field at dawn, it looks like night itself has taken shape and come to life. Through misty meadows and velvet arenas, we continue our journey into the realm where elegance wears hooves and price defines legacy. Because for some horses, beauty isn't just in the eye, it's in the bloodline. Gypsy Vanner, the fairytale muscle. Imagine a creature painted by dreams, a horse with feathered hooves, flowing mane, and a gaze that's as gentle as it is knowing. Meet the Gypsy Vanner, part fairytale, part freight train. Originally bred by the Irish travelers, the Gypsy Vanner wasn't just made to look magical. It was built to pull colorful wagons across the rugged countryside of Great Britain, often for weeks at a time. So under all that shimmering hair lies something unexpected. Dense, coiled muscle and unbelievable endurance. Standing between 14 and 15 hands high, they're compact but powerful, like a Clydesdale distilled into a more artistic form. Their coats come in extravagant patterns, piebald, skewbald, dappled grays, as if someone splashed a brush across silk. But it's not just their looks or strength. The Gypsy Vanner is known for an exceptional temperament, kind, calm, and intuitive. This makes them ideal for families, therapy programs, and equine-assisted education. That versatility drives up their value. A well-trained, purebred Gypsy Vanner with top lineage can cost anywhere from $30,000 to over $100,000, with elite stallions reaching $250,000 or more, especially in North America, where demand has surged over the past decade. To own a Vanner is to own a living painting, and when they gallop through a field, mane catching the wind, they don't look like they're moving. They look like they're remembering something ancient. Clydesdale, the gentle giant in velvet towering, massive, regal. Few horses command attention like the Clydesdale. Originally bred in the Clyde River Valley of Scotland, this horse was a living engine of empire, pulling plows, wagons, and even military cannons across Europe. Today it's best known in the US as the iconic Budweiser horse, pulling red wagons through snow-dusted towns each winter, but there's so much more beneath the harness. Clydesdales typically stand 17 to 19 hands tall and can weigh up to 2,000 pounds. Despite that scale, they move with astonishing grace. Their feathered legs rise and fall in slow, precise arcs. Their coats, usually bay with white socks and blaze, gleam like polished wood. Don't let the brawn fool you. These giants are known as gentle warriors, curious, calm, even affectionate. This unique blend of power and peace makes them highly sought after, not only for parades and shows, but increasingly for therapy work and film production. Their price? A standard working Clydesdale may range from $10,000 to $25,000, but horses from elite bloodlines, especially those used in media or competitive pulling, can exceed $150,000, with some high-profile sales reaching $250,000. To see a Clydesdale in motion is to feel the ground rumble under beauty. It's not just a horse, it's a presence, a cathedral with a heartbeat. Dutch Warmblood, the Olympic dancer. From battlefields to ballrooms, no horse walks the line between athlete and artist like the Dutch Warmblood. Bred in the Netherlands for precision, power, and poise, this breed has dominated international dressage, show jumping, and eventing for decades. Their movements are so controlled, so synchronized, it often looks like they're performing a ballet in slow motion. They average 16 to 17 hands high, with refined heads, sloped shoulders, and long flowing movement lines. But their true brilliance lies in their brain. Dutch Warmbloods are famously trainable, balancing sensitivity with intelligence. That's why Olympic riders like Charlotte Dujardin and Edward Gal regularly saddle up with them, and that kind of performance doesn't come cheap. A Dutch Warmblood suitable for mid-level competition may start around $30,000, $50,000. But Olympic-level horses with elite lineage and competition records can easily soar past $500,000, even reaching seven figures in rare cases. What's fascinating is how these horses are curated like luxury art. Dutch breeders use a rigorous performance-based selection process, meaning only the best of the best pass their tests and earn breeding rights. To ride a Dutch Warmblood isn't just to ride a horse, it's to enter a partnership of choreography and trust, refined over centuries. Thoroughbred, the million-dollar racer speed is measured in seconds, victory in milliseconds, and no breed defines that razor edge better than the Thoroughbred. Sleek, aerodynamic, and explosive, Thoroughbreds were born to run and bred to win. Originating in 17th century England, these horses were crafted by blending Arabian, Barb, and Turkoman bloodlines, creating a breed that redefined racing forever. Standing between 15.2 and 17 hands, their lean frame, long legs, and powerful hindquarters create a stride length unmatched in the horse world. One of the most famous thoroughbreds, Secretariat, had a stride of 25 feet in a heart nearly twice the size of a typical horse. They dominate the racing industry, but also show up in eventing, fox hunting, and even film. Their fire and focus make them unforgettable, but so does their price tag. The average race-ready thoroughbred may cost $100,000, $300,000, but once bloodlines, wins, and breeding potential are factored in, prices can skyrocket. The most expensive thoroughbred ever sold was Fusaichi Pegasus, purchased for a jaw-dropping $70 million. Yes, $70 million, for a horse that ran like the wind and bred future champions. But the truth is, thoroughbreds aren't just bought, they're bet on, believed in, and sometimes immortalized in statues, stadiums, and storybooks. In the world of expensive horses, rarity is one thing, but legacy, that's what truly drives value. Because some horses don't just impress the eye, they rewrite the rules of movement. They embody centuries of refinement. And when they step into a ring, it's not competition, it's choreography. Hanoverian, the elite performer precision, power, poise, three words that define the Hanoverian, Germany's crown jewel of equine engineering. Born from centuries of selective breeding, the Hanoverian wasn't made to stand still. It was made to shine in motion. Originating from the Kingdom of Hanover in the 18th century, this breed was created for one purpose: to excel in every discipline where elegance meets athleticism. Today, that includes Olympic-level dressage, jumping, eventing, and combined driving. If you've watched the Olympics or World Equestrian Games in the last 30 years, chances are you've already seen a Hanoverian in action. They stand tall, averaging 16 to 17.2 hands with a commanding presence. Their bodies are streamlined, their necks arched with power, and their gaits, a seamless blend of bounce and glide. What sets them apart is consistency. They don't just win once, they win for generations. Their minds are as impressive as their muscles. Hanoverians are known for being both willing and wise, responding to subtle cues, reading their rider's intent with eerie accuracy, and the price for all that refinement? Entry-level Hanoverians, $20,000, $50,000. Competition level, $100,000, $250,000. Top Olympic medalists or approved breeding stallions, $500,000, $1 million plus. But owning a Hanoverian isn't just about performance. It's about joining a lineage where each stride is a sentence in a story that began hundreds of years ago. Andalusian, the war horse turned waltz. They say if the Arabian is a poem, the Andalusian is a symphony on hooves. Known as the pure Spanish horse, pura raza española, the Andalusian is one of the most noble, expressive, and historically revered breeds in the world. Once the mount of kings, conquistadors, and classical riders, the Andalusian helped forge empires, yet today moves like a ballroom dancer in silver. Its origins date back more than 3,000 years, bred on the Iberian Peninsula for war, agility, and presence. In battle, they were known to pivot, rear, and strike with theatrical precision, turning combat into choreography. Today, that same fire is channeled into dressage, film, exhibitions, and ceremonial events. With thick manes, arched necks, and elevated trot, Andalusians seem to float rather than walk. They carry themselves like they remember what it means to be watched. Standing 15 to 16 hands high, they combine muscular structure with fluidity. Their temperament? Proud but incredibly loyal and responsive, making them a favorite among riders who value connection over command. A well-trained Andalusian with champion lineage can fetch $50,000, $100,000, but some elite stallions used in breeding or performance have sold for $150,000, $300,000, especially in the US and Middle East. But for many, it's not about the money, it's about the presence. That feeling when an Andalusian lifts its front legs in a perfect piaffe and the world goes quiet, as if history itself just paused to watch. From windswept deserts to velvet arenas, from royal parades to Olympic stadiums, these horses don't just gallop across fields, they gallop through time. They are not only symbols of wealth, but also stories of survival, artistry, and emotional power. Each one shaped by geography, myth, and centuries of human admiration. The Arabian, elegant and eternal. The Akhal-Teke, golden and ghost-like. The Friesian, darkness and motion. The Gypsy Vanner, storybook strength. The Clydesdale, thunder and feathered silence. The Dutch Warmblood, precision with pulse. The Thoroughbred, speed with legacy. The Hanoverian, discipline carved in bone. The Andalusian, pride in performance. And through them all runs a single thread. These are not just the most expensive horse breeds you can own. They are living legacies. Proof that beauty, strength, and spirit, when nurtured for generations, can become priceless. Now we want to hear from you. If money were no object, which of these magnificent breeds would you bring home and why? Or perhaps more curiously, which one would you be if you were born as a horse? Drop your answer in the comments. We read everyone. Love this ride through the most luxurious horses in the world? Then saddle up for our next journey, where beauty isn't just expensive, it can be dangerous. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe and turn on the bell icon. Because at Animal Prime, we don't just tell stories, we bring the wild to life. Thanks for watching. Until next time, ride free, stay wild, and never stop wondering.